A husband and a wife were going for a trip to Switzerland. The husband reached the destination one day before the wife, so he thought of sending an email to the wife. While writing the email, he by mistake, he just wrote one character wrong in the email ID, and the email went to an elderly lady whose husband had just died one night ago. As soon as the lady read the email, she left with a loud shriek and she fell plump onto the ground unconscious. The email read as follows: "Honey, everything here is awesome. Just waiting for your arrival tomorrow." The next day, the elderly woman's relatives came up to her house and explained to her that it was a mistake that this email had come to her. So, after a few months, when she again remembered this incident, she started laughing at herself, and she thought that how much her husband loved her, and what a coincidence it was that such an email struck her, and she thought that her husband wanted to be with her. She did not care much about the mistake, but remembering this situation, it made her very happy. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I have also made a lot of mistakes in my life, especially while talking to girls. One of my friends explained to me the concept of marketing using examples of a girl. He told me the types of marketing, which are: if you go to a party and you meet a girl and you tell her, "Hey, would you like to be my girlfriend? I'm rich." It's direct marketing. If you go to a party, a girl comes up to you, "Would you like to be my boyfriend?" That's brand recognition. If you go up to a girl and you tell her, "Hey, you want to be my girlfriend? I'm very rich." She gives you a tight slap. That's customer feedback. Then go up to a girl, but before you say anything to that girl, your girlfriend comes along. That's restriction from entering into new markets. Then after that, when you go, then a friend of yours also comes along to the party. He goes up to the girl and pointing towards you, he says to a girl, "That boy is very rich. Would you like to be his girlfriend?" That is advertisement. When you go up to a girl and then you tell her, "Would you like to be my girlfriend?" and she introduces you to her boyfriend, that is called demand and supply gap. This was a concept which my friend told me, and he put this concept, removing the marketing concept altogether, only using the examples into real life. So he, being a Punjabi like me, he had this bold and not afraid to trying new things attitude as something hereditary inside him. So he went up to a party and he started trying different things which he learned from those examples, putting away the marketing part altogether. He also used me as a wingman, what you call bait, to get girls, but all the time he got negative customer feedbacks. So this friend of mine also made one more mistake when he was in middle school with me. One day, we were playing football on the field, and we saw this friend of ours who was feeling very uncomfortable, always adjusting his pants all the time. So we went up, all our friends together, we went up, "Why are you adjusting your pants? Why are you so uncomfortable today?" The reply we got made us literally roll on the floor. He told us that in a hurry in the morning for coming to school, he by mistake wore his father's underpants. They were continuously falling off, so he kept saying that if I don't hold on to them tightly, they might fall off and I might get into an awkward situation, not realizing he was already in one. So nowadays, whenever we go to his house and whenever we see his grandfather passing by, that thought comes back to our mind and all of us smile at each other. But this friend of ours, he has actually moved on. He takes this grandfather underpant incident as a joke in his life which happened to him, and is happy that something like that happened to him, and whenever people talk about it, he joins into the laughter, and so he has moved on with life. He does not care much about this mistake and still goes to parties and talks to girls also. Mistakes, I remember a mistake which I had made 8 years ago in my life. I was new in my area. I went to a park opposite my house. I saw a lot of people walking around lot of boys. I wanted them to know me. So I thought about doing something cool so that they think of me to be a cool guy, a guy to be friends with. So that day was the only day I had seen goats in that park. I had never ever seen goats earlier in that park. Till today, only that day was the day I had seen goats there. So I decided to do something which would make me look cool. So I went, walked up to a goat, caught the goat, sat on top of it. Okay, then after that I caught the goat's horns. I wanted to ride the goat so that people think me to be cool. The goat was absolutely, he did not care what I was doing. And he made an expression which looked something like this. Then after that, I thought, if this goat doesn't run, this goat doesn't walk in front, these people will think me to be stupid. Then I caught the ears of the goat and twisted them. The goat started galloping at some pace. He threw me off his back and I fell onto a stone and broke my hand. Well, from that day onwards, people in my area started calling me the Goat Man. So that is why I was introduced by the MC as the Goat Man. That mistake is a mistake which I will never forget in my life, but it was an interesting mistake. These mistakes make a person's life spicy. When you grow up, you can tell your family, your friends about such mistakes, and you can have a gala time. You can have a smile on your face when you talk about some foolish mistake, something you've done by mistake earlier in your life. Back to the master ceremonies.